Hello from wherever you are. I am Sheila Wiley, a narcissist abuse advocate, and I am back again for another conversation about my experience with being in a narcissistic or in a relationship with a narcissist. So this month, the month of August, I know that today is August the 4th. I am in a challenge with the group that I'm a part of where there's going to be a video that I am supposed to be putting out every single day during the month of August. So, so I'm in a challenge. So you're going to see me, hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, for 30 days this particular month. August the 1st. I know I'm a little late. Today is August the 4th. So guess what I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to try to do a video, like 7 videos a week. So that means that should put me at my goal. Anyway, welcome. We're going to talk today about how the narcissist taunt you with his or her gaslighting. So the first thing is that I would like to talk about is what exactly is gaslighting? In its simplest form, gaslighting it's just psychological manipulation. And it causes the victim, you, to question or doubt your sanity, your judgment, and your memories. Now, before I knew what a covert narcissist was or what that was, I remember in the relationship that I was in that this narcissist would do that all the time. Okay. So some of the things that he would do: exaggerate, lie. He would just wear me down with it's like he was always repeating himself and just basically doing things where he wanted me to feel that he was telling the truth. However, he really wasn't. So I remember it was like something where we were, no, I know what it was. That's what it was. When I had suspected him of cheating on me. And so in doing that, when I started questioning him, he may say, "Girl, you're imagining something." Or I may have said something like, "Yeah, I literally saw you. I heard a female on the phone." And so he was like, "Girl, stop acting crazy." He was like, "I'm a pastor. That was just somebody I was talking to from the church." And then it started happening, those conversations with the girl, because you know how if you have in your car where you have a hands-free, and when you're in the car, you're not really noticing that people on the outside of your car can hear your whole conversation. Now, I could not hear everything the conversation was about. However, I can hear a female voice and I heard his voice. So, mind you, before I asked him the question, it was because I was hearing this conversation. And not only did I hear the conversation one time, but I heard it multiple times. So what I wanted to do, because he really started acting suspicious, is that I wanted to get to the bottom of this, because I'm not one who's going to be in a relationship with somebody and just feel like I have to kiss that person's butt just to say I'm in a relationship. If I'm being cheated on, I want to get out. If someone is not being honest with me, I want to know. Because I'm an honest person with other people, I just really just want that same respect and, that person being honest with me also. So I went to him on multiple occasions. And every time I would go to him, it would be something like, "Girl, stop thinking something." Or I may say, no, I heard this. Or I think even one time I said, "I know that voice." I said, "It sounds like the girl And I just kind of gave a description. He was like, girl, you one delusional chick, or you one crazy chick. So it had me thinking like, oh my gosh, like, am I really crazy? Am I really making this up? Okay. So gaslighting is where you begin to doubt what you really know is true. And it's because that narcissist is going to try their hardest to make you feel like you're just thinking something, right? So he would do this all the time in our relationship. And I think that's what made me just started feeling like my mind, my thought pattern was being worn out. I was becoming mentally exhausted. Okay. Because he did that. Not only did he do it that time, but it was that time that took the cake. So for that entire year, he was always gaslighting me. Like if he were out of town and, he would look like I would be at my house, he had his own place, and he would simply just accuse me of doing stuff that I was not doing. Like he was accusing me once again of just having sex with other people. And I'm like, no. Or he was accusing me of seeing somebody, and I just had to keep on explaining over and over and over again that no, I'm not doing this. It just seemed like no matter how hard I tried to explain that I was not doing anything, the deeper his false accusations got. And that was mentally wearing. So I remember I would say, you know what? I really need to tape or record our conversations, because there will also be times where he would say something, right? Something that he's going to do, or maybe some way that he feels about me, or something he's going to do for me. And then I bring that back to his attention, and he would like, what? Like he'll give me this strange look like, what? What are you talking about? And I just have to go and explain, remember when you said this? Remember when you said that? And he was like, no, girl, you crazy. Or he may say something like, you're so forgetful. And I'm like, no, you're crazy. And no, you're forgetful. And so what I would say something like, oh my gosh, I'm going to start recording you. I'm going to start recording you, because it's as if you're telling me stuff and then you're forgetting. So that's when I started saying, you know what? This dude is a liar. He's like a constant liar, because it's like he will say stuff to me and he will forget. So that would be basically during the times when he was gaslighting me just to throw me off. And then when I try to bring that situation back up, he would not even remember. So I thought it was just the fact where he was just forgetful, only to soon realize that after we broke it off, or after I broke it off with him, after I just went no contact, was when I really started researching what narcissism is. Because when I was in it, I did not know anything about a covert narcissist. So all of those behaviors that he had, those were behaviors of gaslighting. And it was just too late, because it became really mentally draining. And I'm on here because I want to help you from being mentally drained, because it is a wearing on your mind. It does make you have panic attack. It does make you have and I hate to use the word stress disorder, anxiety. And those are things that would cause one to become unhealthy, right? For a moment, I just really, really, really just had to try to work at, basically trying to get back to being mentally sound. Although I was not totally mentally unsound, being gaslighted, it affects your psychological, it affects your psyche like really bad. It affects people's psyche to the point of where they're depressed. They may want to commit suicide. They don't want to be around people. Thank God I never got to that point. But it's a very it's something that you really cannot explain. You would just have to go through it to know what I'm talking about. Let me see what else. So, although I used to bring this up to him, I did not know the term gaslighting, but his reactions to me were always, he told me I was delusional. He told me that I was crazy. He say, I'm one dizzy chick. I'm lying. What else? It would just be this whole world of just psychological distraught. Okay. So once again, in a nutshell, gaslighting is basically when you're beginning to question or doubt your sanity, your judgment, and your memory. So some ways to combat that: before you have a conversation with your narc, record them. Turn your recorder on. Speak up about it. When he's saying something, speak up about it. When he or she is saying something, speak up. You may also want to just shut down that particular conversation, because once you know that you're dealing with a narcissist, they're straight up liars. So there's no sense in engaging in a conversation or getting yourself uptight or becoming stressed out, right? Because you're dealing with somebody who does not even have any type of empathy. They have no inside. They're an empty shell. So it's almost like you're arguing with not yourself, but you're arguing with like a mannequin, pretty much. You're arguing with somebody who's not even going to hear what you're even saying. So just do yourself a favor. Save yourself the stress or the headache or the depression or the anxiety or the panic attack by just like ignoring them. And then hopefully this video helped you out some on gaslighting. I know it's a very short video, but hopefully it helped you out just with some basic signs of what gaslighting is, right? Basically some generic signs of what it is. And yeah, hopefully it helped you. Actually, there was one more thing that I wanted to say about gaslighting. And okay, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, just kind of just think about that with gaslighting. That narcissist, that's when they're telling lies. They're denying. What else? Oh, they're making you become the victim. Or I'm sorry, they're turning people against you. That's another form of gaslighting. They're telling, once again, you or me that I'm crazy. Gaslighting also is when you may have told them something very private about yourself and they're bringing it back up to you to use against you. And just the constant lying to you, making you feel like you're delusional, making you question what you're saying, just that alone, gaslighting. Gaslighting also, their actions do not match their words. So like, for instance, when I told you that the guy was in the car speaking with another female on the conversation, although I questioned him about it, he lied when he was simply on the phone. He knew he was on the phone, but he still lied. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? So he just used the example of saying that, I'm talking to this person about ministry. And I'm like, why are you talking to somebody about ministry when it's like 12 o'clock in the morning? Okay. So, yeah, so those are just a few things that, just a few examples of gaslighting. So hopefully that helped you. Take care of yourself. Until next time, happy healing.